Hello, Mr. Guy. You are what is your title here?
Executive Director. I'm Guy Forchion, the Executive Director.
Well, it's so nice to meet you. I'm glad to randomly be here, and I'm glad that you welcomed me into your office to randomly talk to you. So tell me what's going on. I heard what happened it's happening in the news, and tell me what's going on.
Well, there's a transitional period right now taking place where the original board was removed by the City Commission, something that the City Commission does have the ability to do, and that did take place. And so we're in a process now of seeing how those that have been working on this project a very long time and the community at large still gets their wishes and desires for the historic beach park and the museum, which we see as the physical museum that we see as kind of a cherry on top, can get completed. I think that is what the commission expressed in a very strong way on the record when they took this action. And I know that the trust staff, the community, and all of those who voted for the general obligation bond dollars to build this structure, which was a county-wide vote, and the original board members and many others who have served on the board at different times and were not on when this action took place, want that to happen. So everyone's unified in that fact. Let's build the museum, let's get it done. So we're in that transitional period now.
Okay, so now forgive me because sometimes I'm not really up to par with like the exact political terms, but can it be on the ballot as opposed to the commission deciding it? Like, can this issue, as far as the commission, can the ballot, can actual citizens decide?
Well, the citizens voted for the county funds to build the building on historic Virginia Key Beach Park, which is very site specific.
Okay.
That's in that legislation.
Okay.
The City of Miami created the trust board just over 2 decades ago to get full community input on what should be done here after this park had been closed for 26 years. And so with that consensus coming out of a charrette process in the late 1990s and then the creation of the board in 2000, that project started. And in 2008, the historic buildings here were restored. The natural landscape was turned around and restored in a very natural way, which is a full ecosystem restoration. And the park reopened to the public in February 2008. Now, with that said, the process then began to use the general obligation bond dollars in addition to $5 million that the trust originally had in development, convention development tax funds to build a welcome center of such. The general obligation bond gave an additional $15.5 million. So there's $20.5 million to build this structure. And it is to tell the story, the regional story, not just City of Miami, but regional story of Black South Florida, the importance of the Bahamian community to this city, other immigrant stories of people of color and others who battled through what we like to call a successful civic activism action. That's what took place in 1945 to make this park, and those types of things continue to go on.
Okay, so let's make this little fun. What do you like working about here? What do you like working here?
Oh my God, I love the beach. Okay. I love the park. The land is amazing. You do feel the history and the spirituality of the place. History is land. I don't know how much that term is used and we know our Native American and Aboriginal brothers across the planet feel those kinds of connections to their ancestors, to land, to actions and space. The same can be felt here. That history is part of this land. It doesn't go away because it's 100 years from today. It's what took place. And then the staff, the group here, it's been a exciting ride, if you would, that I've had the privilege to see a place go from, frankly, a desolate, unkept 82 acres, overgrown for more than a quarter century and somewhat forgotten, to bringing it back to life, seeing the explosion of elders and their memories, and being able to give that back. And then, of course, looking for a day when there's a structure here that tells that story.
Okay, great. Now, I know that you're busy, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to respect your time, but I'm going to give you, now, on this closing note, as I give you pictures and the videos and things that I want to share, what message do you have to African American families, Bahamian families, any families that may have history on this beach as far as their photos and pictures and things like that? What message do you have to them?
It's a message we've been dealing with for quite a number of years. We take oral histories all of the time, but my message to folks, go through your old pictures, those old memories, those photographs, cards, letters that make reference to this space. But more than that, we're in a world of handheld video devices called our phones.
This.
That thing right there.
Easy.
For young folks and everyone in between, interview your friends, family, and elders. Interview your grandmother. Ask them, did they come here? Did they know about this place? What stories they might have to tell. And if they don't connect here, if they connect it to other similar situations in other countries, in other states, and other places, let's collect and hold on to all of our history. It's important to tell your own history and not have others tell it. We are in an age where we can easily capture those stories in our households at pretty good quality, as these cameras do today, and hold on to them, save those files. Fascinating stuff in the future.
And how can if someone wants to get involved to make sure that we keep holding on to our own history and we preserve our own stuff, how can we get involved to make sure that we hold on to our own history in terms of this beach and whatnot? What can we do? What action can we take?
I would just say go to our website, virginiakeybeach.net, and there's a section where you can contact us and share your stories, your pictures, your videos. We are building an archive, have for many years. The Green Library at FIU, Florida International University, holds a large quantity of the images. We hold on to a lot of oral histories, and at some point those things will be displayed in different ways, whether it is a virtual museum connected to our website and the structure that one day will be built here.
Okay. And political wise, do we get involved in that, or do we just help by contributing our memories?
I think it's important just for the community, each and every individual, to reach out to their city commissioner. And again, even if they do not live in the city of Miami, this is a county-wide, regional issue. And so it's just important for them to let the city commission know what they'd like to see in that museum and that they'd like to see it completed.
Thank you so much.